Hello everyone! So this week we are cooking. For those of you who knew me from university onwards, you know that I could eat the same thing for about 4 days in a row and not have any complaint whatsoever. So since I have nothing else to do now, I thought of making 7 different meals, well, hopefully 7 over the next few days. We'll see how that goes. This is a view you'll be seeing very often. It's the kitchen, it's where all the magic happens. I'm hungry, we're gonna get started. Step 1, get your hair out of the way. Mom, I'm sure you're really proud of me now. Step 2, debone this chicken. There's so much chaotic energy in this video. I used to hate deboning stuff because who has the time for that ish? But then I realized when someone fed me boneless chicken and I was like, wow, revolutionary, and I could never turn back. That being said, I'm still horrible at it. So if you have no finesse like me, just yank it, like so. Season that ish with some red chili flakes. I'm kidding, this is salt. Salt and pepper. Now you're gonna fry that ish for about 8 minutes. While that is happening, you prepare the sauce. Why am I like this? Next, you get some mushrooms. And because you're super careless, they're basically expired. I may or may not have burnt the chicken a little bit, but we're not gonna look at that. And because I am extra like that, I'm gonna finally cook off some onions that have been here for eternity. This is actually really good for me. I feel like this series is forcing me to cook. Oh, also I don't know what, cry because onions. Some people are like onions. They just make you cry. For assembly, just get some rice that you casually have all the time because you're Asian. The chicken that you accidentally burnt because you're stupid. Your saucy mushroom thingy that has now glued together. And the onion for a final touch. For the aesthetic, I'll give it like a 4.5 out of 10. For the taste itself, I give it about a 5 out of 10. It would have been a lot better if I hadn't burnt the chicken. So yeah, 5 is as good as it's gonna get. For our next meal, garlic, onion, mushroom, creamy pasta. I'm really also making something creamy because I'm salty that my footage from lunch did not show up when I was making my creamy sauce. So I'm gonna do it again because I am salty. Step 1, boil your pasta. While we wait for the pasta to boil, we'll do the rest of the stuff to make the sauce. Why do I keep doing that? Why? Put the garlic and the onion first, I think. I really never made this before, so this could go horribly wrong. I realized that this is really boring to look at, so philosophical fun fact number 1 that no one asked for. Did you know that Socrates was put to death because he couldn't stop asking questions? So my question is, if he would rather have died asking questions than live in ignorant bliss, why is it that some people would rather live and not ask questions and be in ignorant bliss? And anyway, some cream, some cheddar because I for some reason did not get Parmesan. And also this cheese was kind of expiring, so really this video should be called Adeline cooks off her food before it expires. Mushrooms! If you can't already tell, I'm really hesitating to put in the parsley here because I really don't know how to use them. So if you're someone that regularly cooks with parsley, don't scream at me. Oh yeah, this is definitely too much for me. That being said, am I going to eat it all? Yes. Excuse my really sick looking face in the next few shots. That's just the result of me cutting too many onions that I was just crying and sneezing all the time. And now back to the video. Anyway, this presentation is a solid 5 out of 10 as well, I think. Be right back. Yep, that's a lot better. 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10 would make it again. Hello and welcome back. So today we are making baked honey soy sauce chicken. I see it as if I'm memorizing off a script. It's really not that hard. Baked honey soy sauce chicken. So let's get to it. Like the absolute pro I am, I forgot to actually explain what I was doing and instead rambled on and on about philosophy. So I'm just mixing chicken and some onions with some soy sauce and glazing that with honey water. And you will soon see that I eventually talk so much that I don't even remember what I'm doing anymore. Pop that in the oven for, I don't know, 15 minutes. I decided to stir fry more veggie because it's already 3:30. It's basically lunch plus dinner. It's a dinner now. So I'll probably just skip on the rice and just eat veggie as a substitute. And who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to add rice. I give the presentation for this one a solid 8. But that's because it's a really simple dish and it's really hard to mess up if you're just putting it in an oven. So I'm just hoping it tastes as good as it looks. About a 6.5 out of 10 for taste. Just because I feel like it would be a lot better if I had marinated it for more than about 15 minutes. 10 out of 10 would make it again. Hello again, so now it is few hours after my previous meal and to be honest, I'm not hungry at all. But for the sake of having dinner, I'm just gonna make something. And because I want to finish up my chicken and I don't mind repetition at all because I'm a boring human, I'm just going to make it in the most gourmet way possible. AKA light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, oyster sauce, and all of the garlic and all the onion. The most Chinese thing ever, essentially. For those of you who don't cook, my sister, just know that you can't ever go wrong with light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, and oyster sauce. And that's coming from me. Anyway, you know how this goes. Just add in onion, garlic to make the whole house smell super good and make people believe that you can cook. Anyway, because I know you're dying for another one of Adeline's philosophical fun facts, here's another one. So, there's this guy named Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Yeah, him. He was talking about free will, like, are humans really free, that kind of stuff. But did you know that he believes that humans are the most free, or if not, the only way that humans are free is when they are in their natural state, aka in a forest. I really don't know how to react to that, because maybe I would be the most free if I were in the forest, but let's just say that I'll be the first to die. Sauce. Now, surprise, surprise, I don't normally get my source of fiber from onions. That's something new to me. What I normally get it from would be lettuce. I stir fry this ish and it tastes good, okay? But I know some of y'all will be telling me, oh, lettuce is supposed to be eaten raw and like with sandwiches and stuff like that. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you're wrong. Why am I so aggressive? Don't let the really black bits bother you. That's just because I put too much dark soy sauce and that's what happens. The presentation is like a solid 4. I don't think my cooking can get any better looking or aesthetic. I don't think I pay enough attention to details like that. So I'm just gonna eat. Probably around a 9 out of 10. I subtracted 1 mark because my sister just came in the door and she is like, "It stinks in here." Rude. Hello and welcome back, and I promise that this is the last chicken recipe. Today we are trying to make chicken soup from just the bones. Why I always hesitated to try from this recipe is because I knew that I would have to boil this for hours and hours on end, and I don't have that kind of patience. But today we are going to try because it is cold in the summer. Galway is confused. So we're just going to debone a bunch of chicken, as many as we can, and throw in a pot of water. It doesn't look like much because I didn't have any corn or broccoli or anything else like that to make it more interesting. So because of that reason, the presentation can only reach about 5 at max. I was really surprised because I had thought that I would have to boil this for hours, but because I added in chicken bones, I only had to boil this for about 30 minutes to an hour. I'm not gonna lie here, I already tasted this. It tastes good. I don't know what else to say. This is the closest I can get to a vegetarian meal. To my solid 2 friends who are vegetarian, the high school one and the college one, I'm looking at you. This is for you. Solid 7 out of 10. Would eat it willingly even if I'm not sick. Hello, it is now 9 p.m. and way too late to have dinner, so basically that's normal for me. Let's get started. I'm using pork this time. Revolutionary, I know. And just to prove a point that soy sauce can be used for anything, I'm just gonna use that to make this. This has probably been and will be the only time that I have been too hungry to ramble about philosophy. Although I will ramble about the fact that I can never make a good fried egg, it just never turns out well. It baffles me till this day, how I can screw up even the simplest dish. It just never goes well. Although, the yolk did magically separate from its body, so that's kinda cool. Considering I made all of this in about less than 15 minutes, I'm quite impressed, despite how fugly it looks. So I give the presentation still a 5, maybe a 4. I don't know. I don't really care at this point. So, there has always been one recipe that I've been saving for the last because it is the most gourmet thing I could ever make. Stay tuned to the end to find out what it is. Behold, the last meal of this video, the most gorgeous, scrumptious, delicious, tasty one is instant noodles. Did I just spend 30 minutes making the most gourmet looking instant noodles? Yes. Do I believe it's going to be worth it? Abso-freaking-lutely. Here we have some char siu, some half-boiled egg, some lettuce, and to complete everything, instant noodles, chicken flavored, wrapped in poached egg. My man in the last video, this one's for you, man. Presentation for this one is easy 11 out of 10 for me. Would you look at that beauty? We have a winner. The taste is freaking 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10 would make again. I hope this was remotely interesting for any of you who are watching me screw up 7 times. Well, 6 times. Look at that perfection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.